Okay, today's adventure we're going to be walking along the old East Branch and Lincoln Railroad. It was built by James E. Henry. It was the longest logging railroad in New England, covering about 72 miles, including sidings off of it. Construction began in 1849 and continued sporadically for, well, over the years. The last train left Lincoln Woods in 1948. His efforts actually made it worth our while because now we have trails. That's where most of these trails came from. Up here. Today we're going to go out and try to find some of the camps that were along the rail, and we're going to go out and try to find trestle number 16. So, our adventure begins. So there were 24 logging camps dotted along the East Branch and Lincoln Railroad line. Today we're going out and going to try to see how many we can get off the Lincoln Woods Trail, and then go out to trestle 16. So, here we go. We're on the suspension bridge. The East Branch does not appear to be overly rough today, so hopefully when we get out to the Pemi Wilderness area and we find what we're looking for, then we'll just cross over to the other side because there's a heck of a lot more to find out here. So we're going to start down the Lincoln Woods Trail on the bikes, and we're going to go all the way down to the wilderness boundary, 2.9 miles, and then we're going to lock the bikes in the woods and continue on foot. Okay, so on the Lincoln Woods Trail, you'll see that there's the old railroad ties. There's a whole lot of them along here because the trail actually is the old rail bed. So, and there's still a lot of the ties out here, the spikes. So, and that's why this trail is so nice and wide. So we found these two bands. Now it looks like the top of a moonshine jug, maybe? I don't really know what that is. I don't even know if it's from that time. But as you walk around out here, it's just, there's stuff galore. And over here we got some cables, some more pieces. I don't even know. Oh, look at that, a light socket. That had to come from the camp. This is definitely Camp 8. Cheryl went and found an artifact. And I walked around a little bit more and I almost tripped over this piece. So we just found this piece. It's going down the trail right alongside of the East Branch River. We ran across this. It's an actual piece of the rail. So we're at Camp 7. This is the second bed frame that is out here. So we just ran across this artifact, which we believe is a shovel. It's cans, drinking of some type, obviously. You can see how the tops are open. So we just found a pan, and is that another can? So we just crossed Franconia Brook on this footbridge. The footbridge rests on top of the where the original trestle was, as you can see. The supports for it, entering the Pemigewasset Wilderness. And it heads out that way. You can still see there's a lot of railroad ties that go across the trail. It's never on the Bond Cliff Trail. It's following alongside It's following alongside of where the tracks used to go. I don't know if it's a cooking pot or a wash basin or what. I mean, it's crushed. And we're gonna call this Camp 15. They say there's some cable here. Do not touch. I went down. My finger is bleeding now. It seems every time that we think we found a camp, we find an awful lot of artifacts out here that look like part of a railroad. So we found a bottle. Yeah, I've never seen one like this. We're not saying that it's a relic bottle, but...
So there's this frame of some sorts in the ground. The tree is hanging onto it.
Okay, so I'm going to take a guess here and figure that this was one of the, I can't remember the terminology, I want to say a log sled that they used in the winter to get the logs back out. Okay, so we're at the trail signs. Bond Cliff Trail goes to the left. I believe it's another 4.4 miles to get to the top of that. And I'll tell you, it has some of the best views in the White Mountains. If you're interested in seeing what that looks like, here's a cheap plug for our videos. Look for our Zealand and the Bonds video. So we're just out here walking, seeing if we're in Camp 16. When we say that we found the camps, naturally we don't really know. We are following a map, but it's a hand-drawn map. But when we start finding a lot of artifacts, and we figure that we found a camp because it's in the location on the map. There's a barrel out here. I don't know if that stuff is what was in the barrel. There's a pot here too.
It still has color on it.
The specks on it. Cheryl just stumbled across this. Kind of unique.
2 ounces.
This was laying out here. I'm trying to decide whether it was a bed or table or what. Come to the sign letting us know the trail's no longer maintained. The bridges over Black Brook and the east branch of Pemigewasset River have been removed. But we're going down to see Trestle 16.
Okay, so where we are now, we're at the Black Brook Trestle. It's also known as Trestle 16. It was built in anywhere from 1903 to 1917. If you look on the top, you can see that there's metal up there. The metal covered the wood to protect it from the weather. Now you figure if this was built, let's just say it was built in 1903, look at how the wood is held up. I mean, I can't believe that it's still here. I don't think it will be here for too many more future generations. So this is a gem.
That's just an impressive structure. This is a shot from the other side of the trestle. Again, you can see how the metal was used to preserve all the wood. Again, more of the trestle. This is, I'm over the other side now. I came down, I'm under it. Unreal. The size of those timbers. Okay, we're on the other side of the trestle now. Of course, as you saw, this trail is unmaintained, as you can see with the blowdowns, because these are nothing. We're going to follow this to where they took the suspension bridge out, because I believe that should have been another trestle crossing for the train. So this is where the suspension bridge came across, over to there. Cheryl found a place to lay and sun herself. I tell you, it's kind of cool being out here. There is nobody, and I don't think anybody's coming out here. We went upstream for a ways, tried to find a place to cross so we could get to the other side and continue our journey, but the river's a little rough in spots and deep. We didn't bring bathing suits, we did bring water shoes. That and the fact that because nobody's out here, we don't really want to risk it all that much. I mean, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but people know what routes we were taking, and we'll stick to them, just in case. So, very, very nice out here though. Very, very nice. Cheryl fell asleep.